reference types. Now we are going to have a small discussion about nullable types. Okay. Now here you listen. The first question is, can we assign null value into value type? Sorry, can we assign null value? Better to mute yourself, all the people. Whenever I'll ask a question, you can unmute. Whenever I'll ask a question, concerned person can unmute. Stop disturbing the class. Okay, right, right. Yeah. Now, can we assign null value into reference type variable? Can we assign null value into reference type variable? Answer. Okay. Now, Bhaskar, tell me, can we assign null value into reference type variable? Bhaskar.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sure. Yes. Okay. We can assign. Now, let me check the reference type variables. Let me check the reference type of variables. Okay, what is the reference type actually? String and objects are what types of reference types? We'll do one thing. String, yes, equal to null. Object O equal to null. So let's see, is there any problem? Compilation, and we don't have any issue. So with this we are identified one thing, that is we can assign null value into a reference type variable, because by default reference types are, why it is possible, because because by default reference types are nullable types. Nullable types means you can assign null value into reference type variable. Now the next question is, can we assign null value into value type variable? Can we assign null value into value type variable? Right? Can we assign null value into value type variable? Assign null value into value type variable. Answer is no. Let me check. Now value types are, let's say, int is a value type, int a equal to null, int a equal to null. Now let's see compilation. Immediately you are getting an error. What is this error? Copy and paste into notepad. Cannot convert null to int because it is a non-nullable value type. Cannot convert null to int because it is a non-nullable value type. With this we are identified that we cannot assign null value into value type variable, because value types are by default non-nullable types. Non-nullable means which we cannot assign. So now question 2, Vinil, why we cannot assign null value into value type variable? Vinil, why we cannot assign null value into value type variable? Now, yes, why we cannot assign null value into value type variable? Vinil, come on. Right, Uma, come on. Why we cannot assign null value into value type variable? Uma.
Because string and objects are the reference value.
My question is, why we cannot assign null value into value type variable? Reason.
Because it actually refers to the
Because,
data which is
because
The
stored.
it is by default,
structure.
because
It is by default
value types
non
are non-nullable
points to the data set. Nullable value.
non-nullable types. They made it as like that. They made it as non-nullable types. Non-nullable types. Then the next question is, how to, the next question is, okay, whenever you got error, copy paste into notepad and read it, okay, then you will get more clarity. How to assign null value into, how to assign null value into value type variable. How to assign null value into value type variable. Okay, so it is one of the interview question. How to assign null value into value type variable. Then right. So now come on. Yeah. Neha, tell me, can you guess how to assign null value into value type variable? How to assign null value into value type variable? Right. Right. Sri Harsha. Neha. Lot of noise. Whenever you have noise, don't respond. Okay, just keep quiet. I'll go to the next person because it will disturb the session. Now, Seventy, how to assign null value into value type variable? Come on. Hmm. How to assign null value into value type variable? Any idea? By,
By declaring nullable value type.
very good. By declaring nullable value types. By declaring nullable value types means that value types you should declare it as a nullable, because by default it is a non-nullable. Value types are non-nullable. Non-nullable means which we cannot assign a null value. So next syntax, are we have to understand about nullable value types. What do you mean by nullable value types? Actually, nullable value types, this concept was introduced in .NET 2.0 version. In 1.0, in 1.1 we don't have this concept. It was introduced in 2.0 version by Microsoft. Syntax and syntax for nullable value types is, okay, value type means data type. Value type, data type means into, float, double, numerical types, floating point types, char type, and bool type. Okay, and question mark and variable name equal to value. That value can be null or non-null. Okay, this is a syntax to declare a nullable value types. Data type, question mark, and variable name equal to null. For example, it's giving an error. It's giving an error. Now I'm sharing my keyboard to who can take the keyboard now to declare it as a nullable type. Sammy, can I? Sammy, can I? Right, immediately you just unmute. Keep your mouse on your icon. Okay. I'm giving my keyboard to you. I'm giving my keyboard to you. Now you do one thing. Yes, I'm removing this. Now you take it as, yeah, now my keyboard is under your control. Declare A as a, into A as a nullable type. Come on. Come on, right. Hmm. Right. Sammy, right? Hmm. Now Sammy is writing. I'm not writing. Sammy Khan is writing. Come on. Hmm. Not required. Space is not required. Hmm. Yeah, bit slow will be there. Yeah. Next. Space. Space. Variable name. Hmm. Hmm. Variable name equal to, variable name equal to value. Value can be null. Now you are saying null now. Null. Okay. Right. I'm taking again keyboard and mouse to my control. Okay. Keyboard and mouse to my control. Okay. Now I'm removing keyboard mouse control from you. Okay. Right. Now you see guys. compilation, you can observe there is no error because you declared it as a nullable type. Now I am showing you something else. Float or double b equal to 10 point double b equal to 10.5. 10.5. B is a value type, but it is a non-nullable type. Now we don't have any problem. Now if I will assign null value here, in this line, now you are getting a error. In this line, you are getting a error. To avoid this error, now you are declaring it as a, you can observe, now you are declaring it as a nullable type. Now you are declaring it as a nullable type. Okay, so now this is the way to declare nullable types. Now nullable value types means whenever you want to assign a null value into value type variable, you can't initialize null value immediately. But if you want to initialize a null value into value type, you have to declare as a nullable value types. It was introduced in .NET 2.0 version. Now the next question is when we will go for nullable value types. When we will go for nullable value types. When we will go for nullable value types. Answer is when we will go for nullable value types. Answer is whenever user input is optional. Whenever user input is optional. Whenever uh, what is that, value type user input is optional. Value type user input is optional. For example, enter your alternate phone number. You are already entered phone number. Now you are entering alternate phone number. In this case, whenever you are entering alternate phone number, here you can observe your user input is what? Optional. Your user input is what? Optional. Here user will accepting alternate phone number. Here you are giving a text box. Okay. Now user may enter, user may not enter. Here you are giving a submit button. In this case, already so many fields are there. All fields are compulsory fields. But here phone number, alternate phone number is optional. Then you can declare this alternate phone number as ulong question mark alt phno and the value can be initializing to this variable text box value. Even though you entered all the values, if you didn't enter any value, if you click submit button, by default it will take it as a null value. Suppose if you didn't declare it as a nullable value types, then it will take null value whenever it is trying to initialize to null value into directly into value type variable called ulong. Then immediately in this case you are getting an error or exception. To overcome this, we will declare it as a nullable value type. This value type can be declared as nullable value type. With this we can say whenever we want to accept a value type user input which is optional. Optional means you may enter or you may not enter. In this case, particular variable we can declare it as a nullable value type. Okay guys, so that is a story about this one. Okay, next come back to next topic is right, how to till the time we have written programming to print something, but we didn't write any single line code how to accept input from the user. Now how to accept input from the user now I want to know how to accept input from the user. So my question to you, my question to Poonam, whenever you want to accept input from the user in C language, what is the statement? Poonam.
Printf.
Accept input from the user. Reading the input from the user. Whenever you want to accept input from the user, what is the state?
Sir, no idea.
In C language,
Scanf, sir.
yes, scanf. Okay. Now in C++, whenever you want to accept input from the user,
See out.
C in,
See in.
in Java system dot, what I don't know in Java, even though I don't know because I didn't learn Java. Okay, so with this we can say brother of scanf and brother of C in C sharp.net is console.readline. We are going to the next level, console.readline. Console.readline. Here we have to understand, we understood one thing. Whenever we want to print something in C sharp.net, we will use console.writeline. Whenever we want to accept some input from the user, we'll use console.readline. In this regard, you can understand what is console, what is readline. Okay, now Shiva, what is readline, what is console?
Console is a class.
Hmm.
Readline is a method
Right.
from console.
Right, remember it is readline is a predefined method, member method of console class. Writeline is a predefined method, member method of console class. Similarly, readline is a predefined member method of console class. Console is a predefined class which is a part of a base class library called system, which we know already. So now we need to understand what is the functionality of writeline. Right line will print the value and move the cursor to next line. Similarly, now we have to understand what is the functionality of readline. Understanding the functionality of readline is very, very important. What is the functionality readline? Now, yes, Kalyani, are we using readline till the time in our programming?
Yes, sir. To hold the command prompt window, we use readline.
Right. We are already using readline. We are already using readline in our program as a last statement. Every day we are using readline as a last statement. Actually, Renuka, what is the purpose? Why we are using readline in our programming till the time?
To hold the command prompt line, sir.
No. Actually, to hold the command prompt window, we are using readline. Actually, with this we understood one thing. Uh, with this we understood one thing. Readline can hold the command prompt window. You can observe compilation and execution. At present, which statement is executing in your program? Which statement?
Console.readline.
Right. Right now it is executing console.readline. So console.readline means here console is executing or readline is executing. Hmm. Console is executing or readline.
Readline is
Right. Here console is a class.
Readline command is executing, sir.
Console is a class.
Console is the application.
Right. Console is a class and readline is a method. So here class will never execute. Class is not a executable block. Class is not a executable block. It will never execute. Here actually which is executing readline. Readline is a method. That method will is executing right now. This method will executing what it is doing, which is holding the command prompt window. How long it is holding the command prompt window, until user will press on enter key. It is holding the command prompt window until user will press an enter key. Okay, so you can observe once I press enter key, readline is leaving. Why it is holding like that? It is holding actually the main functionality of readline is it is waiting for user input. It will accept user input. It will accept user input. I think text is not clear. 1 minute, I'll change this. It will accept user input. 1 minute, I'll change the font to black. Right. Yes. Right. You see, I am entering RAMA, Rama. Rama is entered by the user. Actually, Rama is reading or accepting by a method called readLine. How long it will accept this input? Until user will press an enter. Once user pressed enter, readLine method will return that accepted value as a string. Readline method will return that accepted value as a string. Why it is returning, the readline method is returning the accepted value as a string? Because readline method is a predefined method which is defined by the Microsoft. Here you can observe within console class. Here you can observe it is readline method name, and here return type of this method is a string. Return type of this method is string, means whatever value you will enter, you will give to the readline method will return that as a string value. So that is the story. Finally, we can understand one thing. Readline functionality is this method will accept input from the user until user will press enter key. Once user will press enter, this method will return that accepted value as a string. That accepted value is string because readline method return type will be string. Because readline method return type will be string. All of you guys yourself read this 5 lines notes about readline method 2 times yourself. Read yourself fast. Right. Okay. Now, yes. Yeah. Now, Shravan, explain about readline method now.
Yes, sir. This
Yeah.
method will accept input from the user until user will press enter key. And then once user will press enter key, this method will return the accepted value as string, because readline method return type will be string.
Readline method return type will be string. Okay. Now, if you have a doubt about that, you observe console.writeLine, enter your input. Okay. Now, console.writeLine, enter your input. Yes. Now you can observe. Yes, you can observe console.readline. Okay, you can see this code. You return 3 statements. Console.readline. Again, yes, console.readline. Yes. My question is, here you are used 2 readlines. Here you are used 2 readline statements. What is the purpose of first readline? What is the purpose of second readline? So that question 2. Right. Vinod, can you? What is the purpose of first readline? What is the purpose of second readline? Right. That question 2. Right. Pramod, Kalyani.
Sir, first red line is to hold the command prompt window, and second red line is to enter any string value into the
Right.
command prompt.
Okay. Right. Now, what is the purpose of first readline and second readline? Now, yeah. Right. Bhaskar.
Uh, First line for holding command prompt window and secondary line for accepting user input.
Okay. No. You observe actually first readline. accept input from the user. First read line also will hold the command prompt window, no doubt, but it will hold the command prompt window and is waiting for input from the user, because our intention is we have to accept the input from the user. Now I enter, you observe all of you. Bhaskar, you can unmute. Right. Uh, right. Okay. Now you guys, you can see at present your program is executing. First write line is executed. Enter your input and it will move the cursor to next line. Enter your input, it will move the cursor to next line. After this, control is executing read line. This relay, what this read line is doing, it is holding the command prompt window, but it is holding the command prompt window for the reason to accept input from the user. Suppose user entered Rama. Rama is entered by the user. Rama is accepted by the read line. How long it will accept? Until user press enter. Once you press enter, what happened? That is returned Rama as a string. Next read line is executing. This read line is holding the command prompt window. But here first read line is to accept the input. Second read line is to hold the command prompt window. So here purpose of read line is two. One is whenever you want to accept input from the user, use read line. Second purpose is whenever you want to hold the command prompt window, use read line. Two purpose, but accepting input from the user you will get 100 times, but holding the command prompt window you will get only one time requirement, that is the last statement of your console application programming. So that's the reason every console application program will end with read line. The purpose of second, nothing but holding, and in between whenever you are accepting n number of inputs, n times you will use a method called read line. But here read line method is returning that accepted value. That accepted value you have to store into one variable. That accepted value you have to store into one variable because it is returning. Let's say that variable is string s. That variable is string s. Now you can observe all of you guys what is happening. Compilation and execution. Now you can see when you run this application, program execution starts by main right line. Enter your input. Enter your input, printing the value, moving the cursor to next line. Moving the cursor to next line. After this, right, you can observe console will execute whenever you have LHS and RHS. Console will execute first LHS or RHS. Yes, console will execute first
RHS.
RHS. Now read line is executing. Now read line method will execute. Right now control is executing in your command prompt window read line method. What that read line method is doing, it is holding and waiting for the user input. Suppose user entered Rama. Rama is entering by the user. Rama is accepting by your read line method. How long it will accept? It will accept read line method. How long it will accept read line method? Teja, tell me how long read line method will accept input from the user? Teja, Teja, unmute yourself and immediately answer. Uh, how long? How long? How long?
until until the command prompt holds.
Until actually not command prompt, until user will press an enter. Okay, you can mute yourself. Uh, I'm not understanding today. I'm getting disturbance from everybody. Is it problem from my side? It seems network problem. Is it? Uh, okay.
Sir, I'm getting disturbance. Your voice is cutting, sir.
Not getting
In the
clearly?
middle.
Oh, but you have to inform to me. 1 minute. Voice is breaking. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So the voice is breaking means what? What's happening? Voice breaking means free.
So it looks like you're talking from way too far.
Oh, is it from the beginning the same story?
Yes, sir.
Oh, 1 minute.
Like you were away from your microphone.
Right. But actually, like previous classes, voice is clear, right?
It was the
Every day same breaking or today only? Okay, I'm going to change the network now. Wait. I'm going to change the network, no problem. Oh, right. Are you getting my voice now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, no.
That was actually
Yes.
different network. That now my voice is clear, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Teja, now you speak. Let me check your voice is clear or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. Okay, fine. So it was problem with my side. So now voice, till the time the voice is breaking, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. But now also I feel coming from far off.
Sorry? Now also?
So it's like you're away from the microphone, sir.
Now you see? Still. Okay. 1 minute, 1 minute. I think volume wise any problem? Volume. Volume is okay. Okay. Okay, we'll continue. We'll see. We'll see. I changed the network. Now it should be clear. No doubt about that. Right. Okay, guys. Now come back to our discussion. Yeah. Somewhere. Right. You can see when you run this application, how it is executing. We'll see. Right. It is right. First right line will execute. Enter your input. And it will move the cursor to next line. Next RHS. RHS is executing. Read line method is executing right now. Right now, which
Mm.
method is executing? Read line. The read line is doing what you know, holding the command prompt window until user will press an enter key. Once it's waiting for input, I entered Rama. And once I pressed enter, what is happening, you know, guys? The read line method will be returning that I accepted Rama as a double quotes Rama, nothing but string value, because the method return type is string. Here you have to understand one important point, that is try to understand, because read line is one of the confusion topic among all. That's why I'm taking care like anything. Now you observe user entered, suppose Rama. Actually Rama is entered by the user, but that Rama is accepted by read line, and read line will return who is entered this Rama. This Rama is entered by end user, me, and who are accepted, readline is accepted, but readline will return that Rama as a double quotes Rama, nothing but what value? String value. Why? Because the reason is the method return type is string. Finally you can
String value.
RHS contain a double quotes Rama. After this, you know very well, whenever you have a statement like this, the statement will execute in three phases. Phase 1 RHS, phase 2 LHS, phase 3 assignment operator. So according to that, this phase is completed. Next, control will execute LHS. LHS will create a variable. Now control will execute assignment operator. Assignment operator will be assigning the Rama value into a string variable called S. So this is the story. String variable called S. In this way, control right. In this way, this program will execute. Now let's give the clarity about this in command prompt window. Now you see Rama. This Rama is entered by the
User end.
User.
user,
User.
accepted by readline. Readline will return that Rama as a double quotes Rama, and LHS will create a variable, and the double quotes Rama will be stored into S variable. After that, control is executing this readline. What is this read line is doing?
Holding the window.
Holding the command prompt window.
Accepting the value.
But no. This now right now it is holding. It is holding. Which read
Yes, sir.
line? Now my question is, sir, I want to print that value. Very simple. Whenever you want to print that value, you write a write line statement, because to print something we can use write line. Console.writeline, yes. Console.writeline, yes. Now you can observe. Console.writeline, yes. Now you can observe. Compilation and execution. You can observe. Console.writeline. Now you can observe. What is that? Now let's run the application. Now then you will get 100% clarity about this. What is that? You observe the code. When you run the application, program execution starts by main method. In main method, you can see clearly write line method is executing. Write line method is printing, enter your input and move the cursor to next line. Next, after this, you have a statement, mute yourself wherever there is a noise. Next, RHS will execute. RHS is nothing but read line. Right now, control is executing read line. It's waiting for the user input. Now, user will enter Rama. Rama entered by the user, accepted by the read line, because read line functionality is accepting. How long it will accept? Until user will press an enter. Still you entered Rama Rao. It will accept. Still it will accept. It will accept. Whatever you enter, it will accept. Once you press enter, what will happen? Read line method, that accepted value will be returning as a double quotes Rama Rao. Okay, because return type of this method is string. Then LHS will execute. LHS will create a variable. And assignment. Assignment will assign that Rama Rao dot 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 into a variable called S. Next, after this, console.writeline of S. Console.writeline of S is doing what? Writeline method is printing that variable value. Variable value is what? Rama Rao dot dot dot. Okay. Next, after this, control is executing a statement called what? Read line. Now this read line is doing what? Holding the command prompt window. My question to Uma, at present program execution is completed or not completed? Program execution is completed or not completed?
Once you enter the command prompt line, the
Now,
read line, then it
be
is
the once I
not yet,
entered or
sir.
not, it's not matter. At present, the program execution is, at present, you see the screen and you tell me program execution is completed or not completed.
Not yet, sir. Not completed.
If it is not completed, means some statement has to execute. Which statement is executed, Uma?
The last line. Read line.
Read line.
Read line, sir.
Right line.
Last read line. What is that last read line is doing?
Holding the command prompt window
Holding
until the user press enter.
the command prompt to window. Okay. So this is story. Now I'm going to give you a program to you all the guys. Right. So can you write a program now?
We can try, sir.
Yeah. Guys, how many are having Visual Studio.NET right now?
I'm having, sir.
One minute. Anybody are not installed at .NET software into your machine? Let me know the problem, because I have to help you. Okay. Anybody, and through chat you respond. Anybody are not installed? No, I installed. Don't respond. Only not installed people have to respond. Anybody? Anybody? Sukanya, I think you are not. Except Sukanya. Anybody? So Teja, are you installed, Teja?
Yes, sir.
Is it working?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, great. Okay, guys. So everybody are installed. Okay, if anybody are not installed, try to install as early as possible. If you need any help, you take the help of internet or somebody else. I'll send you installation document to required people. You send me a mail. Till you have a problem, I'll give some person number. He will help you manually. He will help you. Okay, right. Now I'm going to give you one requirement to all of you guys. Get ready for requirement. Task for you. Teja, mute yourself. Task for you. Right. Write a console program to accept user name from the user the end display. So end display accept name from the user and display. So the requirement I'm showing you I'm going to show you now very clearly. Expectable input is what, expectable output is what I'm going to show you very clearly. Try to understand. Here I'm writing on my pen board, and you can also record on your book. Record, because otherwise whenever requirement is not clear what you can write, that's a problem. That's why record on your book. So maybe small program but important program for us. Okay, it looks very small program for the people who know .NET. For us it is important. Yes, the expectable output is enter your name. Enter your name. Take in your book. Use pen and paper when you are attending the class, all of you guys. So use pen and paper. Whenever I am giving like this, immediately task you record on paper. Okay, user entered Rama. That Rama you store into a variable called name. Wherever noise is coming, please mute yourself. Why you are disturbing the class? Right, Rama. Right, mute all of you guys. Mute. Just mute. Your name is mute. Whenever question and get ready to get question. Get ready for question. Whenever I said your name, Shravan, immediate unmute like that. Okay, better. Your name is Rama. Your name is Rama. So this Rama is coming from a variable called name. Okay, then after that holding the command prompt window. This is your, for this you have to write a program. You are printing a message, enter your name, and user will enter some name called, let's say, Rama. Okay, now right. So are you clear with the requirement, all of you? I am clearing the requirement. I am removing the OP. Yes. Now completed. Huh? Same program, whatever you have seen just now. Right. For this you have to write the code. Now, right, what is the code? Now we'll give chance to one person to explain, give the code. Now Renuka, come on, tell me code. Kalyani, otherwise we'll give chance to Kalyani. Come and tell me the code, Kalyani, fast.
Yes, sir. Console.writeLine.
You should be
Enter your name.
for every my question. Unmuting, muting and answering. Don't waste a single minute, single second. Tell me, console.writeLine.
Enter your name.
Enter your name. Enter your name. Next, fast.
String s equal to console.readline.
Name I said. Name equal to
Okay.
console.readline. Next.
Console.writeLine. Your name is.
Console.writeLine. Your name is.
Your name is plus name.
Plus name.
And console.readline.
Console.readline. This is the program. This is the program. Okay, right. Now let me execute the program line by line. Compilation and execution. You observe. You observe the code how it is. Right. Okay. Come on. Right. All of you mute yourself. Right line. From Kalyani, mute yourself. Enter your name and move the cursor to next line. Next RHS will execute. That is called read line. Read line is holding the output window. I entered Sita. Sita is entered by the user. Accepted by the read line. Once user pressed enter, Sita will be returning by the read line. So RHS will contain a value called Sita with the double quotes. Next to LHS will execute. It will create a variable. Next to That Sita will be stored into a variable called name. Next, console.writeLine. Your name is, what is your name? Sita, because name is a variable. It will print your name is Sita, and move the cursor to next line. After this, console.readline. This readline is doing what? Holding the command prompt window. Okay. So that is the story about this one. Are you clear, everybody? Right. So this is the story. Okay. So now I'll give you a couple of programs to all the people. Now I'll give you a couple of tasks for you people. Right. Task one. Write a console program. To accept name, otherwise first name, comma last name, comma location, and display to the user. You think about OP should be how. Next, task 2, write a console program to accept employee name and designation and designation, location, display to the user. Right. Task 3, write a console program to accept student name, student course, student college name, and display to the user. Recorded 3 tasks, all of you. Right, recorded. So these you have to write. You try, you complete, and just whatever is completed, you send me the code. Code how I can send, sir? Very simple. Whatever code you have written, that code you copy paste into Notepad or Word file, and you can send them as an attachment. Then I can understand how you are able to write this type of programming. So next topic, we are slowly entering into next topic called typecasting. Get ready for typecasting, guys. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay, you have any concerns, you can wait. Otherwise, you can leave for today. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye to all. Teja, wait. Teja. Yeah. Teja, I will